Hi G, Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your next essay for correction. Really good work here and well done keeping going through the course, making lovely improvements every time you write. So this is a bar chart again, movie preferences. So what we want to be doing here, the real thing is select and report and make comparisons. So what we need to be doing is comparing the men to the women all the time, not just describing men and then describing women. So that's quite important there. The bar graph gives information about movie preferences of adolescents all over the world, categorized by. Really good. Very nice. Overall comedy was the most preferred genre by both males and females, plural. The genre or because you've had genre already, or you could have the type of film, you'd have to say, that men much prefer if a woman was action, whereas women, you don't need to repeat that. So you've had prefer, so let's not use the same word. Women expressed their choice for their first choice, rather. Sorry. Choice as romantic. As romantic. Or romantic movies. Okay, so that's just the structure there. The number of male adolescents in comedy, not in comedy, who voted for or who enjoyed. Now, you've gone past tense all the way, and just to note, it doesn't really matter, but there is no date here. So that's why I hesitated here, because watch out the tense. You are safer going gives. You are safer writing this in the present tense because there is no date. So just be aware of that. Always look and see if there is a date or not. So the number of male adolescents who enjoyed or who voted for comedy was 145, the largest in the whole, whereas for romantic, so 4 and 4, it was the lowest, which lowest at, okay, so if you can do the maths, 5 times less or at 6 times less, whatever the number is, but try. That's quite a nice structure if you can do the maths. In terms of romantic films, the gap of the figure was the highest between male and female young adults, which illustrates 31. Okay, which illustrates or which compares or contrasts maybe, because that's what you're doing. 31, and then you'd have to go 31 and or 31 2 because it's a contrast, 116 respectively. Don't use it in other words. That's better for task 2 than task 1. So, so just go connect it with so. Generally, male young adults' preference was dominant in action, yeah, whereas female teenagers preferred drama and romantic. Okay, so you need another. Let's check your word count here. Okay, you're good on your word count. All right, well done. Yeah, you've got one generally and one overall. So instead of generally here, while male was dominant in action, the female, okay, or so you can either start with while. So you can either go while male, but there was this preference, comma, teenagers preferred that, or just start with this male and then whereas, which is a nice one to contrast it with. So you've done well there. I think I might like a little bit more of the numbers here, here with votes between X and Y. Yeah. I think you need just a little bit more detail on the numbers there, but otherwise I really like how you've put some good structure in there in terms of language, and of course that's really what we're looking for. So good answer. These days more and more people are travelling domestically or internationally. Many benefits, but some who argue it has drawbacks. At the present time, a large number of people have been travelling more than ever, either to local destinations or abroad. Okay, good. Very nice. At the present time. Now you've got at the present time and have been travelling. So at the present time, people are. So that is now. But you'd be safer to go recently or over the past decade, which is a better indicator of present perfect. So here you've got present perfect, which is lovely, but you need to have like one of those time indicators to go with it. Some people assert, now who? Well, very important for me here. Who might these people be? Who might these people be? Critics, commentators, environmentalists. Give them a name, a category. Use that to show the language again. So there are a lot of advantages. Okay, you need to say what they are, including da 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 da. So this is so important because otherwise this sentence is what we call an empty sentence. Equally here, such as, okay? It's called an empty sentence because it's the kind of sentence that you could use in any essay, therefore it does not get any points. Yeah? That whole sentence is just not good enough because it's not exclusive. Every sentence must work for your essay. So you need to tell me where you're going in this. Increased travelling would bring not only many benefits, such as vitalisation of the local economy, also drawbacks. Okay, so get these bits into here, and then this essay will discuss. Then you can have that increased travel brings significant benefits, and then using examples from. So use your final sentence to introduce your examples, but this great stuff here, get that into here. Okay? Otherwise you're sort of repeating yourself, aren't you? One evident benefit to increasing tourism is that it could, not would, but could, or might, revitalise a local economy or the local economy. In other words, if more and more people take a trip to a certain city or country, they will be investing, or they will invest or be investing, nice idea, on tour-related infrastructure such as accommodation. Yep, really good. Don't put that. Built for the purpose of welcoming travellers, which would result, infinitive there, in regional economic stimulation. Really good. I just think you might need that there just to fully expand. That's a lovely sentence. Good work. Another reason that travelling could be, okay, just go additionally, travelling offers the opportunity for. So you don't need that. So I'd go additionally, comma, travelling offers the opportunity for practical education method for children. Okay, children to understand other cultures. And then, for example, when students learned about the Great Wall of China, capital letter, in class, then visit the place, they are able to, rather than will, they are able to gain an indelible impression, really nice, through hands-on experience, which ultimately leads to interest. Yeah, ultimately could lead to, I would go. Lead to interest and intelligence in history. Very good example, really nice paragraph there. Well done, well written. On the other hand, now watch out, on the other hand, on one hand, that must match up. There are obvious disadvantages in boosting tourism. Firstly, it could. Would and could are not the same. Here you really do need could. Result in environmental pollution as, connect these two together, as when people visit, or when people visit, yeah, there, okay, when people visit, okay, increased, turn it around like this, increased waste, emissions, are dangerous side effects, contributing to pollution. So change it around like that, rather than there are, start with your strong nouns. It's a nicer style. Okay, so just rework the sentence in that way. Start with the strong nouns. Increase waste. Yeah. Okay, rather than there is increased waste. Start like this. Secondly, it. So more visitors, whatever they are likely to destroy the ecosystem. Okay, which, for example, nowadays, more and more natural environment has been promoted as a tool. Okay, which I think rather than the example here, I want you to have which, because that sentence is very short. I want you to develop this more. Which more and more natural environment has been promoted as a tour package program. Okay, which has been promoted more as a promoted more as a, here you go, yeah, natural environment tour package. Okay, so I think you need the relative clause to develop that sentence, make it a bit more complex. Greenland, yes, in Africa or Antarctic adjective areas which were hardly reached by people in the past. Good. If people travel this kind of place carelessly, it could become if people travelled, you need a, if you're going to second conditional, which would be lovely, you need a past tense here. It would be contaminated and result in ecological damage. Good point. Very good point. Nicely made. In conclusion, while there are plus points to increasing travel, too much would be lost as a result of encouraging this trend. Controlling waste, and yes, should be prioritized. And then here, that's lovely use of should. Well done. Nice essay there. I really like that, actually. Well done. That is well developed, very clear. A few little things just to do with the coherence. So watch out. This has the balance. Try and make your sentences, join them together sometimes, make them a bit longer. And watch out with will and would. So prefer to use could and might. They're usually more correct. But well done. Really like that one. Good work.